Hi everyone, I have with me Supratim Chakravarty. He's our CL classroom student and he has captured 96.52 in CAT 21 percentile. So Supratim, we can start with a brief profile, like what have you done, your work ex and 10th, 12th and graduation marks.
Sure, ma'am. Hi, my name is Supratim Chakravarty, and I'm currently working in Access Logic On Demand Services as a Java developer and the person responsible for managing all the databases for different clients. And so I've been working here for 2.5 years, and in the time being, I've risen from being just the person, just a mere team member to being given the responsibility to handle all the client interactions as well and to make all the on the fly changes to the databases and make other decisions that could impact it positively. Uh, so I work on SQL over here, SQL and Java. Both of these were taught to me during my computer science engineering, which I had done from Government Engineering College, Ajmer, and it was a 4-year course. And since Ajmer is also a great city, but the college is kind of a tier 3 college, still I had fun in my engineering, and I scored a 72.38% in my engineering and got an honors degree. So what happens is that in our college, which falls under Rajasthan Technical University, anything about 70% is considered quite an elite thing. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call myself elite, but then they called me elite. Uh, Before that, I had done my schooling from St. Edmund School, Malvinagar, Jaipur, and my 10th scores were 10 CGPA. So the conversion point was 9.5, and therefore I got a 95% in my 10th. And then I chose science maths and got a 90.4% in my 12th. So yeah, so that's how the wheel of time went, and currently so am I. Like, I'm over here. I gained my work ex, and then I was in CL for the past 1 year. I was taught by Rajul sir, Shilpa ma'am, Smitha ma'am, and Tushar sir. So all of them helped me in gaining that confidence, gaining that skill set to get a good percentage, 96.52 percentile in CAT 2021. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Supratim, one thing if I would want to capture you would be consistency. Like throughout the year, if CAT 22 students want any idea and all, it will be you because you've been one person who was the most energetic in the class. And if sometimes it happens like in an online class, you used to pull all the students together and kind of that networking which you did in the classroom, online classes, everywhere and all, like all faculty would remember you for that matter. So, like, I would want you to help the CAT 22 students. So, what are the things which you would be, suggesting for CAT 22 aspirants, like, the whole journey till
Yeah.
CAT 21 exam?
Ma'am, the first point would be that I would just say them to be themselves, because this is a junction where you need to show your real face to the teachers, and then they will mold you according to according to what they know is the best. So once you do that, you just get a clarity of what you really are right now, and then what you need to become to crack all the major exams and everything. So yeah, so I was always this bubbly child
Yeah.
in school, and I was rebuked by my teachers for that, but I didn't stop. And currently, I am like given laurels by my teachers for the same. So yeah, I would just say that don't stop what you are. But then this thing is important. Networking is a very important thing that we need to have for other things in life as well, just not a class. So yeah, interaction with others is very necessary. You get to know what they feel, how they are working. There's this batchmate of mine, Sanjay, who got a very high percentile, 99.95 in CAT. And there was a time when I was going through a phase where I was getting a very low mock score. And I just talked to him. He told me about his 3 years of learning in this whole CAT journey, and that's when I got that confidence. So talking to your batchmates is always very good. Talking to your mentors is always important. Shilpa ma'am and Rajul sir gave me the best advices whenever I needed them. Smita ma'am helped me in writing my SOPs and like for SPJ and everywhere that I had to fill. So keeping a good rapport with the teachers always helps. And then, yeah, I mean, you may get low mock scores as well, and you may get a very disheartening start, but the end is always great. So that's all I'd say. Ki, you don't have to stop. Just be yourself and continue.
Tell us about your mock experience. Like, what was the lowest score? What was the highest score? And how did you get over, like, a period when it happens, right? When the mock score is not helping, and how did you motivate yourself?
Yes, ma'am. So, so last year when I gave CAT, I mean, I got a score. I mean, I got an average score. I got a good percentile, but I would not say that it was a great percentile. So anything below that was a bad score in my opinion, in my mocks. So when I started giving mocks, I was getting good scores, but then there was a time in mid-November, I'd say,
Okay.
when my preparation was at its peak, and I always wanted myself to score the best in November. So I was scoring well in a few mocks, but after that, I was giving mocks at a regular rate. I was giving a mock in the morning, and if I was not scoring so well in that mock, I was giving a mock in the evening as well. So I just exhausted myself. So there was a stretch of these 3 to 4 days where I just started getting very low scores. The percentile was somewhere in the zone of 60s and all. So everyone I asked, they just told me the same thing, that I've reached that point wherein my fuel had run out, so I needed to refuel.
Okay.
So I took a gap of 3 days, like in November before the exams. I took a gap of 3 days, and I just told ki, "ठीक है, I've prepared a lot. I'll just chill for these 3 days." I went to watch a movie. I went to the restaurant and I ate a lot. I talked to my friends. And then the next mock that I gave after 3 days, I scored
Okay.
98 point something percentile. So yeah, that worked.
That was kind of a healing a process where you took stop and, like, just take stock of the situation and come back with, I guess, a rejuvenated energy, maybe.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it's the best.
That's a very good suggestion which you're giving. Like, sometimes it's okay to actually stop and actually calculate and see where exactly you're going and what's going on. So that's a nice
Yeah.
advice. So what was your slot on the D day? Which was your slot? Morning, afternoon?
Slot one, ma'am, morning.
Okay, slot one. And was CAT as what you projected, predicted, or it turned out to be totally different? Was it same as what CL Monks had been?
Ma'am, for me, it was a little on the difficult side. So I went with, I thought the slot one tends to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with a clear mind. I just said ki yaar aaj phod ke aunga. But when I saw the vocab section, and it felt a really, it felt really difficult. So I knew that nahi, phod to paunga nahi, but I had to do my best.
Okay.
So yeah, so vocab was difficult for me. DIL was personally difficult, but though the consensus was that DILR was easier than the previous years. For me, it was difficult. But yeah, I didn't lose hope. I gave the quant section as well, and quant I found it to be very easy. So I gave my best in quant, and that's what got reflected in the score sheet as well. I did get a lower side of the spectrum in case of marks in vocab and DILR, but then they got upscaled because everyone felt that they were a little bit on the difficult side. But yeah, by most of the marks came from quant.
Okay. Okay. And it was a pandemic time when the classes were happening online. So did that make any dent in your preparation, not interacting offline classes and all?
A little, ma'am. I'd say that the student-to-student interaction always is awesome.
Mhm.
So yeah, not being able to see the face of my batchmates and not being able to communicate directly with the teachers did impact a little bit. But yeah, that was the new normal. So we had to do what we had to do.
What were the other exams, Supratim, you have given other than CAT?
I've given NMAT, I've given IAFT, MyCat, ZAT, and I will be giving my SNAP.
Okay. Okay. As per the colleges, any you have zeroed in on any colleges which you're looking for that you would want to convert?
Ma'am, for now, I am expecting a call from MDI and NMIMS. So
Okay.
if I get those colleges, then they are on the top of my priority list.
Okay.
But then, yeah, I mean, being an Indian student, I am suggest the best. So I need to see which is the topmost I'm getting an offer from. And yeah, so these three will be the most in competition.
Okay.
But I'll have to see which others are coming in the fray. I had applied for NITI, and
Okay.
I'm expecting a call from there as well. So yeah,
Okay. If I ask you one mistake you would want to avoid or you would suggest the next gen CAT aspirants, what would that be?
ma'am, being complacent is the worst mistake that one can do because there was a time. I mean, during my preparation in September, I just thought that yeah, I had completed the whole uh, what do we say, the whole syllabus,
Mhm.
and I was getting good mock scores. So I just thought that I'll leave it for the time being, and then we will just catch up in October and everything. So that was a very bad mistake that I made.
Okay.
Uh, Although it felt interesting, but then the October scores reflected the whole scenario. I started getting very less scores in October, and I had to brush up my. I mean, I had to brush up everything before I started getting good scores again. So yeah, complacency is the worst.
But anyways, it was a interesting journey. Like, right from the onset, you were very clear that you are targeting the best colleges and that energy which you maintained throughout. Right. That was really good.
Yes,
So all the very best. Uh, Thanks for your time.
thanks.